All of our guests today on this Thursday, including Adam Loewen standing by, brought to you by the Vancouver Giants. Giants versus Kelowna, Friday, 7:30. There's so much to this story with Adam Loewen. We want to get right to it. Adam, pride of Surrey, taken 4th overall, 0-2 MLB draft by Baltimore, left-handed pitcher, made the move to a position player eventually, went 10-8 with the Orioles, made the move to a position player at the big league level and to the Blue Jays organization, among others. Hasn't played in the big since 2016, pro ball since 2018, came out of retirement to play for Canada at the 2023 World Baseball Classic. Adam is now, man, time flies, 38 years old. Now, we should also mention Adam played with a heavy heart as his wife passed away from breast cancer in 2021 at the age of 37. A couple of kids. My Lord, what a story. Adam joins us now. Adam, thanks so much for doing this. How are you, sir?
Good. How are you guys? Don, Rick?
Very well.
Thanks,
very
Adam.
well, Adam. Given all you've been through, Adam, what was that WB experience like? What did it do for you?
It'd been 4 years since I last played. Been through a lot. To go back and be with like a lot of familiar faces. It kind of put the icing on the cake, so to speak. It was an honor. It's always an honor to play for Canada. But to like kind of start off there in 2006 and then end it here in 2023 was a really unique experience, and I enjoyed every minute of it.
Not just baseball, Adam, but why was it important for you to come back and play in that tournament?
To honor my wife. Yep. And my 2 kids, Lucas and Lucy. They're 6 and 8 years old, and it's kind of an age where they can, remember and enjoy like an experience like that. So it was good for them to see me doing what I love to do, and I wanted to share that with them and just have a fun trip, which it definitely was.
Your third WBC, how much has that event grown? Because I think it reached a level that it hadn't reached before this time around.
Yeah, it was fun to watch. Even the final game yesterday it seemed like it has come a long way since 2006. But for me in 2006, it was like the pinnacle of all things. So I remember it being way bigger because I was just a young kid in A-ball at the time, pitching against, childhood idols. So for me, it was the hugest thing, but it has grown exponentially. And definitely within the locker rooms of the players, I think everybody wants to be a part of it and represent their countries.
Adam, on a personal note, how does one move forward after suffering such a personal loss at such a young age? I
mean, it was really tough. It's been over a year now. It was really tough first year. Navigating through it with my kids and them being so young, and they always, want daddy around, and luckily I had the luxury to be around nonstop. So as time has healed us, and I think, the only way is forward. You got 2 choices. You can either bury your head in the sand or try to see the positives and honor her memory. But for me, I gotta take care of my kids. It's up to me. So it's a lot of pressure, but I think, I've grown to enjoy that feeling. And I mean, that's the best way I can put it, I guess.
Yep.
Adam, I'm going to take you back to 2002 when you got drafted 4th overall. TSN 1040 had just started the year before. When you got drafted, I want to tell you that for me as a reporter, it was a great story. Local guy, 4th overall. You saw hockey players go in the Lower Mainland High in the draft, but you know what? I was really happy when you went 4th overall, and it was a great story. I remember interviewing you, so I wanted to tell you that. It was one of the biggest stories that year for sure. Now, I want to get your thoughts on the pitch clocks. so far in spring training, they have seen a decrease. Last year at spring training, the games were 3 hours long. They've got them down to 2:37 so far in spring training. Your thoughts on the pitch clock?
I think once everybody gets used to it, it's going to be great for the fans, great for the game. I think the players, they pretty much have to do this, and they have to find a way to make it work. So the only guys that won't really like it are the guys that like to take their time in between pitches.
That's it.
And, there's closers that like to do that. But as a whole, I think everybody's going to embrace it, and it's going to make the game better, and the quality of play will be better. But there's going to be like a growing period, especially with tight games, when you do want to slow things down. I'd be interested to see how it works in the playoffs. These are big question marks.
Adam, the Blue Jays, okay, first of all, they're going to have maybe the best offense in all of baseball if things go right that way. Defensively, they're solid, but what about the pitching staff? A lot of people concerned about the depth of their starting rotation. What do you think?
Honestly, I haven't had a chance to look.
But I mean, offensively,
he's a BCer. He doesn't care about the Blue Jays.
But wouldn't it be nice? It's been a while though, Adam. Long playoff run for the Jays. It'd be nice to see them go on a big heater in the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, as the season rolls around, I'll start getting more involved with watching games and stuff. But I just couldn't give you an honest answer there.
No problem.
Adam, how do you look back at your pro baseball career? Or baseball career in general?
With mixed emotions, I guess would be the best way to put it. Just because, I did have some cool things, like going back to hitting for the Blue Jays, my childhood team that I grew up watching. That was a dream come true. And on the other side of it is, I didn't get that long stay in the big leagues, which I would like to have. I kind of missed some opportunities when I was in the big leagues. In 2015 and 16, I had two pretty good opportunities that I didn't capitalize on. And, there's some regret there, but I think as time goes on and my priorities change, I feel good about my career.
You mentioned something there. Is there something you do differently, Adam?
Yeah, I guess the way I dealt with pressure and failure, I normally dealt with it pretty good, but there were some times where I put too much pressure on myself and didn't throw enough strikes. And that's something that I could control, and I wish I did that better.
You've got two children to deal with, Adam, but as far as baseball goes, what would be in your future, if anything?
Maybe coaching locally. But we'll see what comes around. I'm enjoying coaching my son's Little League team. We're helping out. And we were just in the backyard yesterday, and he's wanting me to throw him fly balls for like an hour straight. And this is kind of new. He's just started to really enjoy things. And I think it was because of our trip to Arizona.
Yeah. With the WBC. And what do the parents like to deal with? Are you at that stage yet? Have you got any crazy baseball parents that you, as a coach, have to deal with?
Not yet. Just good experiences so far, but he's only 8. I think the real crazies come out when they're around 10 or 11.
Not in hockey, Adam. Not in hockey.
Yeah, it would never happen in hockey.
They come out really early, the psycho hockey parents in hockey.
All right.
I believe that.
And for people who don't know, Adam, you're in Washington State now. Have I got that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, just north of Seattle.
Well, thanks for doing this, Adam. We sure appreciate it, and God bless, and all the best. All the best to you.
Thank you, Don. Thanks, Rick.
You bet. Adam Loewen came out of retirement to play for Canada at the World Baseball Classic. Now coaching his kids, and what a story! Trying to triumph in the face of tragedy. Now I have to mention this too, because I know we're going to get some text into Delaney's OK Tire and Langley inbox about this. When it comes to that 2002 Major League Baseball draft, Adam wasn't the only local player to be taken in that draft in the first round. Jeff Francis, UBC, went ninth to the Colorado Rockies.
And again, I want to say this. Sometimes as reporters, we get a lot of pride. And Paul Carson taught you, Gary Rabel taught me about be local. And when that kid went fourth overall, there was a sense of pride and very happy to see him go that high in the draft.
Yeah. All right. All the best to Adam. DTMZ next. Donnie and Dolly, the team on Check.